Hi everyone. This is just a welcome back kind of Monday check-in video for everyone. I'm keeping in today's tradition of moving around my house. So now I'm on my back porch looking out at our backyard. You can see our barn in the back. And our line goes all the way to the trees, and then a little bit farther back there. So we've got a few acres out here in Bethel. Um, I just want you guys to know that I really, really miss you. I miss getting to see your faces every day. I miss getting to do keep me posted, and I miss all your personalities, and I miss all of the dumb garbage that you guys left on my floors. Um, this is not ideal. This is not something that I would ever pick. Um, and I know this is a really unique challenge for you guys, for your parents, for me too. And I'm just so sorry that we don't get to be physically in a classroom together, talking and laughing and being surprised that the class moves so quickly, and doing Mugshot Mondays and our fiction creative writing. And I just keep looking at the finish line, because there is going to be a finish line. We are going to be back together in the same room, crying about how we had to wake up too early and why do we have to wear uniforms. And I know that God is good and God is sovereign and that He has a plan. But I just want you guys to know that it's okay for this to be really hard, and it's okay for you to feel like sometimes that can be a hard truth to hang on to, and that your teachers are having a hard time too. Um, so there's your inspiring week 3 introduction. Um, it's okay to struggle, but don't feel like you are struggling alone. Send us emails. We're here to listen. We're here to help. Um, so let's look forward now. I want to focus on a few things. The first thing is that um, resist the temptation to call this time off, okay? Don't think of it as a break from school, because if you do, then you're going to be mad that you have to do so much work during a break. And here's the thing is it's not a break. You are still in school. You're just not in a school building. So don't think of it as time off, okay? Don't think of it as time off. Think of it as school. And then hopefully that'll shift your view from I have a lot to do during this break to I have some schoolwork that's maybe not as much as traditional school time, school setting. So make sure that you're thinking about this in the right way. That's thing number one. Thing number two is I finished The Girl on the Train. It was super good, and I figured out who the killer was, but only like 2 pages before the characters figured it out. So I was kind of disappointed in myself. Um, so that's okay. I still figured it out before the characters. And it was really good and really twisty. And I'm definitely not going to watch the movie because it looks like they made a lot of just like dirty changes that they didn't have to make. So, way to go, Hollywood, ruining more books. So, what I'm reading now is it's called The God of Small Things by Indian author Arundhati Roy. Um, and it's a New York Times bestseller. It's won a lot of literary prizes. Um, and I'm really excited because it's not traditional Western literature. It's about a family in India, and it kind of centers around the death of this young cousin. Her name is Sophie, and she comes over to visit. And somehow she dies, and so the story is kind of telling like the before and the after of kind of her family members and how they're dealing, how they're growing up. So I love things that are set in different cultures, because I think it's just so eye-opening to reveal how different some of our practices can be, but ultimately how similar humanity is, whether we're in Bethel, Ohio, or India, um, or the hollers of Kentucky. Or wherever we're from, humanity is just humanity. And we all have things like families, and fears, and hopes and insecurities. And that type of universality I find really comforting. So I am loving The God of Small Things. Um, and I'm like already halfway through it, more than halfway through it, because I've been reading it outside in the sunshine. So it's really great. I have a sunburn and I'm halfway through my next book. So I'm really looking forward to finishing it this week, and then seeing what else I can find on my bookshelves. Um, a few other notes about school. I'm trying to put everything into the homework section, but make sure that you're checking lesson plans and documents for all of the different components of the assignments, and the lessons, so that you don't miss anything. Okay, I don't want you to miss anything. The other thing is that I think I've created a Microsoft team for every single one of my classes. So if you have not yet accepted that invitation to get into your class's team, go through your inbox and find that invitation that I sent you last week to accept it and download the app so that you can get into our class chat, and then hopefully we'll do some videos later on. Like live videos, like a little meeting or something, kind of like Zoom, only not Zoom. I think that's it. I think that's all I have for you. Um, I just want you to know that when I email you and when I ask you how you're doing, um, I mean, I care about your grades some, but I also mostly just care about like how you are, how your mind is, how you, the person, not necessarily you, the student, are doing right now. So don't feel like you're in trouble if I email you. I'm just worried about you and I want you to be okay. And I miss your little goober faces and all of the funny, dumb things that you guys say. Um, be safe mentally and physically. Wash your hands. Um, and go get some sunshine.